Good morning, family. No, I'm not naked. Anyway, it is, I don't even know what time in the morning. Oh, I have a clock in my van now. It's like 7:30, 7:15 maybe. I think my clock is 15 minutes fast. Anyway, I'm going to attempt to do the solar before it gets too hot today, because there ain't nobody else up but me. I've been up since 4:30, but it was too dark to do it then. So now I'm dressed and ready to go. I'm going to do this solar. So I've just been taking everything out of boxes. I didn't take the panel out yet. I'm going to take that out next. But I've been taking everything out of boxes. The inverter, I bought a separate charge controller, even though I got the kit and it has a charge controller. You guys know I like a digital display on mine. And the charge controller that comes with the Renogy kit has no display, just 3 dots or 4 dots. I don't like that. So I got a separate charge controller. I have a inverter, and I have a really small battery, but I just didn't have the money. Still don't have the money, but I'm still at the African Americans who RV and camp event, and there's someone here who said they might be able to do find me an AGM battery, cheap. That's only about a year old. So I'm like, okay, that works, because they can last way longer than a year. So I will definitely look into that. I have their number, so I'll be looking into that. So anyway, I have a 35 amp hour battery. It's enough for my tablet and my cell phone and an occasional charging of my laptop. So that's all I need for now. I can always upgrade, or I can always add a second or even a third 35 amp hour battery if I choose to go that route. It was like 68 bucks. I'm going to put in the description box, I'm going to put the link to my Amazon store where you can get everything that I have, which was under $400 to start your solar. So I have one 100 watt panel, one 1000 watt inverter, one Mighty Max 35 amp hour battery. Yeah, that's it, right? Those 3 things. Boom, boom, boom. And a charge controller, and the separate charge controller. If you don't want a separate charge controller, the Renogy panel kit thing comes with a charge controller. You don't have to buy a separate charge controller. I just know the kind that I like. So okay, I'm hoping this video won't be too long, but it might be. Let me get everything pulled out and put on the picnic table over here so I can set all my tools and stuff up, especially since I'm working by myself. So I don't know how I'm going to film this and work on this by myself. We shall see. You might have some shaky footage, but you'll get some info, very basic info. And I'm sure if I say anything wrong, or if I do anything that's not the right way, there will be plenty of people in the comments letting me know. So just read through the comments for all the corrections of what I did wrong. So right now I'm trying to figure out where to put the battery. And I think where it's going to go is, because it's really small, is I'm going to sit it right up in here. The reason I was going to sit it in this step right here, but the reason I'm not going to do that is I have a chair that has been sitting in this step, my big chair. The big one right there, and it fits in that step perfectly right next to this seat without bothering anything. I don't have to move it out of the way when I want to do something or get something. So, but I'm not sure then where to put my inverter. So I think the inverter can go up on the wall here next to the battery, or above it rather. The charge controller I'll put above that, up on the top up here where my, in my eye view. So, okay, here's everything that comes in your kit with your panel. You get a solar panel, 100 watt or whatever wattage you bought. You get the, darn it, what are these called? MC something connectors, I can't remember. And then you get the wire for the battery, for the charge controller. Like I said, the charger controller does not have any display on it. This is it. It has no display. I don't like those dots. I like having an actual display. So I've got the panel up here on the luggage rack. I'm so glad this van had one already. So I've got my 2 cables, my positive and negative. They will stay under the panel, and I'll zip tie them. And I definitely have room for 2, so I can always add another 100 watt panel up here at some point. But for now, we're just going to do this one. I also have my brackets for mounting to the panel. So I'm going to see where underneath these can go. And how I want to use them. I'm trying to remember how I did them on the other van. I do not remember how we ended up doing them. So I think I'm going to have to add a hole to these brackets to work with this luggage rack, because it's a little bit different than my other one was. This actually is more sturdy than the other one, so that's good. But yeah, interesting how luggage racks are different from vehicle to vehicle. I can't think of another way to do this. This seems like the best way to me. Yep, gotta drill a second hole through the bracket and through the panel. Because the way I have to use this, I have to use it like this. So I've got to drill a hole in here, right in this part, to go through the panel. This hole, this will go into the rack, into the luggage rack, this hole, but this, I need a separate hole. That sucks. I did not want to modify anything. I need to hurry up because this ladder is being borrowed and people are starting to roll out and pack up. So I want to make sure that I'm able to get this panel mounted. That's why I'm starting with the panel. I don't know if you're supposed to start with the panel or not, but I am, because I'm borrowing this ladder. So I did not want to have to pre-drill holes, but I think I'm going to have to. All right, let me go get my other thing. All right. This is why I want that Works drill that's in my wish list. One of these days I'm going to buy that bad boy, because you have a drill bit on one end and you have this bit on the other end, and you can flip back and forth. You don't have to take it off. So I'm going to put it as far over as I can in case I want to do, well, that way when I do a second panel, I don't have to worry about having space. So I got through the rubber, and now there's metal under there. Come on, don't do that. My drill isn't the best either. There we go. There we go. That gets you in there. Okay. So the smaller ones are the ones we need to use. I'm going to try it. Oh wait, those are the big ones. How many of these do I have? I only have 4 of these. All right, let me do one in each, and then I'll go back and put a long one with it. Again, I'm kind of rushing because it's not my ladder. Okay, so I just gave up, and now I'm just sitting on the roof. I'm so hot and sweaty right now. I'm gonna have to change clothes. Moving that ladder around, trying to do this was a pain. So I just figured me sitting up here is not going to hurt it for a few minutes. So that's what I'm doing. This is my last bracket to drill into the luggage rack, and then I will be able to drill into the panels and give this guy back his ladder. So let's get this last bracket put in. So I'm gonna move this. It's fitting in there tight. Like I said, I have enough room for a second one if I so choose. You'll hear lots of talking in the background. I'm not gonna worry about that. People are packing up to leave. And, you know, still socializing a little, so I'm not going to worry about all that. I'm worried about accomplishing my task at hand. Unless somebody says a loud curse word, I'm not going to worry about it. I hate having to pre-drill holes. I keep trying to avoid it, but one of these days works. I'm going to have that dang drill. Ooh. So I am putting 2 on these brackets. I am putting a short one and a long one in the brackets. So, in case you're wondering. And these are just regular self-tapping screws that I've had. I actually bought for something else, but didn't use. All right. So there we go. Now I've got to just drill into the actual bracket, which is really hard for me to see. And I'm hoping, you know, I got to get my extension. And now I got to drill into the bracket and into the panel. Come on. I might even need a longer. I might be able to do it. We'll see. We shall see. So these are the screws and washers and stuff that come with it. So. This is the scary part. You have got to be careful to keep it low. But at least with this, I can't go any higher than the bracket. So that actually is easier than it was last year. Last year I was nerve-wracking. The way we put the thing, it was scary to me. Oh shoot. These are these are not the ones I want. Well, not the ones I'm thinking. I gotta get a socket for these. God darn it. I didn't even realize that this was a socket. Alright. So I gotta drill the hole with the bit and do the whole socket thing. Alright, I guess I will be getting down one more again to get what I need. So I'll be back. Okay, so I got the 2 on the other side done because it's easier to work on the ladder on this side. I just sat on top of the van for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do these 2 on this end of the van. So I am drilling a hole through the bracket and through the panel on the side, and then I am putting in the self-tapping bolts or whatever they are. I don't know what these are called. They were in a pack with no name on it, so I'm putting these in. 2 on each. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna go ahead. It's gonna be hard for me. I don't have anywhere to prop the camera up. I'm gonna try and prop it up on this door right here so you can see. I don't know if that's gonna work. I don't think that's gonna work. Someone was supposed to help me this morning with the filming. I'm not naming no names, Mr. P. All right. So I'm drilling the holes. I'm drilling the holes in 1 and 2, and then I'm putting the self-tapping bits things in. So maybe I can prop you up on the ladder. We'll see. Let me see if that works. That actually might work. Hold on. Give me a second to adjust you. That actually might work. Oh, you're gonna lean. Alright, I gotta put something heavy right there. Hold on. Put my... No, that's not gonna work. I need a zip tie. A zip tie. I don't feel like getting down off this ladder though. I've been off this ladder like 5 times already. I just don't feel like doing it again. I'm gonna try drop the legs down on the tripod and see if that helps. All right, I think that's okay. Let's adjust your brightness. There we go. All right, if the brightness doesn't come out, I'll edit it. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. All right. Yeah, I just went through the bracket. Now I'm going through the panel. There I am. All the way through. So I'm going to drill the second one, and then I can put the, the self-tapping things in. There's the panel. There's the bracket. Then I'm going to the panel. There we go. All the way through. Okay, so because I needed my extension, I'm starting out the process with the short one because it's easier on my hand. And then when I get to the point where the short one is, I can't go any further, then I use that one with the extension. I don't have an extension for my small handle, so I'm going to have to find one. Harbor Freight! No, I like that store. Any excuse to go in there. And I'm using a 5/16 in case you're wondering. My hand is tired, so that's why you're going to see me doing a lot of back and forth and like, why should I keep switching hands? My hand is really tired. Gripping that drill and going through all of the metal that I've gone through, my right hand is really hurting, so I'm going to have to definitely put my brace on later. This handle, this is the one that came in the Harbor Freight kit, so it's very wishy-washy. Sometimes it just does not want to work. So I'm gonna, actually that's not the one that came in the Harbor Freight kit. I take that back. That's the one that came in that other kit. It was another cheapy kit of socket sets. I needed a small handle because I lost the one I had. So I bought a kit of cheap sockets just to get the small handle because I didn't need the sockets. But that one sometimes just does not work. I need to get a better small socket handle and a small socket extension. Okay, so that's how I did it. I have this one to do and 2 more there. I'm not going to film the rest of those 3 holes because I'm getting tired and I'm starting to slow down. Enjoying these videos? Give them a thumbs up, share them and expand the family. Comment below. Want more? Go over to Patreon and support future videos for just $1 a month, and even more still, text Vanner FAM, all one word, to 703-783-3232. Mwah. See you tomorrow.